Well, good day, everybody. This is Chris back again at the Ancient Scholar. We'll continue talking about the serotonergic psychedelic agents. And the next agent that I want to discuss is a commonly used one, at least here in the United States, and this is psilocybin. Psilocybin commonly comes from certain species of mushrooms, hence the street term "quote unquote" magic mushrooms. Psilocybin, as you take a look at the molecular structure of it, it does look markedly different from some of the other agents we've looked at. This right here, this little brown thing, this is actually a phosphorus atom. So you see I have a phosphorus atom with a double bond to an oxygen, a hydroxyl group, and then a single bond to an oxygen here. And you'd think that the oxygen here has not met its octet. It has, in fact, met its octet. It has an extra electron, so this part of the molecule, of course, is going to be rather charged. Because of that, it's going to be negatively charged here. This is markedly different than some of the other agents that we've seen. However, if you look at the nucleus or the core, the principal structure, you'll see that you still have your aromatic ring, your pyrrole, and then kind of a monoamine structure coming off of this. So this is roughly still based upon a serotonin molecule, as a serotonin-like structure to it, with the exception of this group right here, which really changes it quite a bit. So when we talk about psilocybin, this is actually a little known fact about this particular molecule. Psilocybin itself does not appear to have significant psychedelic activity. What happens is once the psilocybin enters a body, there is a biotransformation that occurs. Okay. There is I believe it's a dehydration reaction or hydrolysis reaction, and what happens is this group right here, if you take a look at this group right here is cleaved off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that off. That's cleaved off, and we have a hydroxyl group here. Okay, so my phosphorus got cleaved off. I have a hydroxyl group here, and if we look at this in here, I have two methyl groups, and I have a hydrogen atom here. And what we see happen is there we go. You just have the two methyl groups like that. So like this side would be charged, and this side would be charged on the psilocybin molecule, so it's a rather polar molecule. But after biotransformation in the body, this goes away. This goes away. This becomes a bit more nonpolar. And this new metabolite of psilocybin, let me hold it here. This new metabolite of psilocybin is known as a psilocin or psilocin, however you want to enunciate that. And you can see that it approximates the serotonin or the 5-hydroxytryptamine molecule much, much better. And what we believe is that it's actually the metabolite of psilocybin, the psilocin, that has the significant or the primary psychedelic effects. So that's kind of an interesting thing. There you go. I should say that just like a lot of these other psychedelics, particularly like DMT and ayahuasca, there can be some negative consequences associated with the ingestion of mushrooms, nausea, vomiting. A lot of people, however, tend to see that vomiting is kind of a purge, and even though it's probably very uncomfortable, a lot of people see that as actually a desirable thing to have happen. But because it's so uncomfortable, it's the reinforcing behavior is very different with a lot of these psychedelics than when compared to other drugs such as cocaine or heroin, methamphetamines or amphetamines, where you have pretty positive reinforcing behavior going on, and you feel good, whereas you don't necessarily have that same reinforcing behavior with the psychedelics. Certainly people, um, you know, sometimes, want to use more, but you don't see the abuse patterns with these that you see with some of the other types of substances. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, and I think the last video, I'll do a quick video on mescaline, and then I might do another video. There's just some odds and ends. This is such a fascinating area to look at. I might even do some additional videos talking about serotonin receptors, because there's a lot of stuff going on there that is really important, and unfortunately I've just kind of glossed on over that and have done a bunch of hand waving. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. As always, thanks for hanging in there.